Good evening, esteemed delegates. Greetings from Volt. As you all know, that Volt is a company which comes under prestigious Viva Group. At Volt Online Learning Technologies Private Limited, we are dedicated to understanding the demands of our time and identifying avenues to serve the well-being of students, teachers, and education in a holistic sense. It truly gives us immense pleasure to see your overwhelming response to this session, which addresses one of the most critical topics in our digital age, digital discipline. We are incredibly grateful for technology as it enables us to conduct this important webinar. The digital age, from Wikipedia to social media, Google to YouTube, ChatGPT, is an expansive ocean connecting everything in seconds. The power of digital technology is immense, influencing us from the moment we wake until we go to bed. And there lies the trick. As we think that many things come free, like our social media, like our YouTube, but in our core, we all know that nothing comes free in this world. And what it takes away is our attention. There is a very complicated algorithm which is working behind it, using our desire, our restless mind. However, anything so powerful we all know requires steady control. Otherwise, it can lead to significant challenges. As Arjuna aptly states in Bhagavad Gita, if we remember, Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramathi balabhadridam tasyahang nigrahang manye bayo ribo suduskaram. It clearly states the restless nature of our mind and difficulty of controlling it. With this in mind, Volt has organized this webinar on digital discipline, and we are honored to have Mr. Amit Garg as our esteemed speaker. Mr. Garg holds a BSc in electronics and an MBA from 𝐃𝐢𝐠𝐢𝐿 Bhubaneswar. With extensive experience in ICICI, Reliance, and HP, he has significantly enriched countless teachers and students nationwide. Delegates who attended his faculty development programs at 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐿 University, Sun Valley, High Tech School, 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐵, and BIM Tech reported remarkable benefits. 70% observed a reduction in mobile usage, and 56% experienced a decrease in nighttime mobile addiction. He has also conducted numerous training sessions for corporates such as Maruti Suzuki, ASSOCHAM, FICCI, NTPC, and NHRDN, among others. Mr. Garg's versatile interest in quantum physics and neuroscience, coupled with his dedication to meditation, reflect his fascination with the capabilities of the human mind. I believe his webinar will undoubtedly help us to regulate our minds and gain better control to maintain discipline in our digital usage. I'm delighted to invite Mr. Garg to take charge of the session and enrich us with his valuable insights. Sir Garg, please take over the charge of the session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Saikat. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. So before we begin, I would like to tell you about who I am, what I do, and what mind techniques are all about, which we are going to use. So let's begin with a short activity. If I could request everybody to sit with your neck and back straight. Before that, if I could request everybody to please switch on your cameras. Unless there is a network issue, request everybody to please switch on your camera. This is going to be an activity-based session. All right. So sit with your neck and back straight, and take a deep and hold your hands in front of you and press them as tightly as possible. Put in all the effort, as much effort as you can, all the effort. Put in all the effort, as much effort as you can, all the more effort. All the more effort. Now relax, keep holding your hands and raise the two forefingers in front of each other at a gap of 1 inch between them. And put your entire focus on the gap between the fingers. Take a deep breath in and out. And as you put your focus on the gap between the fingers, you'll suddenly notice that the fingers have started coming close together, You may find it funny, but the fingers will keep on coming close together as if there is an invisible thread woven around the fingers, which is getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And even if you want to stop your fingers coming close together, you may not be able to do it, as if this invisible thread is getting all the more tighter and tighter and tighter. The more you'll try to keep your fingers apart, the more they'll getting attracted towards each other, as if this invisible thread is getting all the more tighter and tighter and tighter. Okay, so you can keep the hands down. So how many of us experience the fingers coming close together? How many of us experience that? Almost all of us experience that. Most of us experience that. So was this mind programming? Yes and no. So this was part biology, because when the three fingers are bent, they force the fourth finger also to bend. But also there was an element of suggestibility. I was giving you a suggestion that your fingers are coming close together, and somewhere your brain was accepting this suggestion. So at home or in your classes, you can make your friends or kids do that, and you can tell them that you have become a mind programmer now. All right, so let me share my screen, friends, and let's take the session ahead. All right, so what do we want? All of us, we are here attending this session, taking out precious time, which we could have used in doing some other things, because we are looking to find answers to various things, various aspects in our life. Yes? So, what do we want? All of us want to earn more money. Is there anyone here who doesn't want to earn more money? We want to earn more money, yes or no? Yes. We, all of us, we are looking for career growth. Yes, we are looking for career growth. We want to be stress free. We want to have improved productivity. We want to improve our productivity. We want to improve our focus, and we want to avoid distractions like mobile. Basically, we are looking for success, because all this denotes success. So how can we achieve success? So let's make it an interactive session. The idea is to learn from each other. And at the end of each session, I also end up learning so many things. So, how can we achieve success? How can we achieve all this? Come on, come on. I'm sure with so many teachers in this session, I'll also end up learning so many things. Hard work. So, unless we work hard, it is impossible to achieve success. So, we have to work hard. Yes, very right. Focus. Unless we have focus, unless we do the goal setting, we focus on that goal, unless we have discipline, unless we update ourselves, unless we keep on learning new things, we keep on investing in ourselves, we avoid distractions, we have dedication, consistency, and so many things. Unless we have all this, we cannot achieve success. And the answers are there right in front of us. These are the answers. So the question, see, all of us, we stay in a connected world. We get hundreds of these messages on Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp daily on how to achieve success. We watch so many videos, and most of us are teachers, so our knowledge level is anyway higher than most of the other people. So all of us know how to achieve success. The question is not how to achieve success. Maybe all of us know that. If I ask any one of you to share with the rest of us how to achieve success, all of you can, most of us can do that, perfection, peaceful mind, and hard work, discipline, goal setting, focus, consistency, time management, etc. All of us know that. So the question is not how to achieve success. The question is, despite knowing how to achieve success, how many of us take those steps? Yes or no? Despite knowing that unless we start doing certain things, we start taking certain steps, it will take us longer to achieve success. We still find ourselves unable to take those steps. Yes or no? Despite knowing that unless we quit certain habits, we stop doing certain things, we may never achieve success. We still find ourselves doing those things. Why? As per a report by University of Scranton, University of Scranton did a survey some time back, an American university, and as per that report, 92% of people, 92% of people who set New Year goals never never achieve them. And there is another report on Wikipedia which says that there is 8% of the world's population who control 80% of the wealth of the world. 8% control 80% of the wealth of the world. So these are two separate reports, different reports, separate reports, with the common factor that 92% people cannot achieve their goals, but 8% people are able to achieve their goals. They are able to change their behavior. They are able to stop doing things which are not important, and they are able to start doing things which will help them rise faster in their career or get success faster. So what do these 8% people have that the balance 92% people don't have? Do these 8% people use mind techniques? What are these mind techniques? How can these mind techniques be learned? And why can't the balance 92%? Why can't we achieve our goals? So, friends, maybe it's not 100% our fault. Maybe it's the result of how our brain has got wired, which is what we are going to discuss today. And most of us, when we want to change our behavior, most of us, what do? We either go and attend a motivation seminar or we watch a motivation video on YouTube. Yes or no? And a wonderful speaker comes and shares some very nice stories in a very good way and pumps us up. Yes, you can do it. And we also, all of us get motivated. Yes, I can do it. Yes or no? But what happens the next day? The motivation level starts dissipating. Why motivation doesn't work? See, till the time we change from inside, however hard we may try to change from outside, it doesn't work. How many of us believe think positive, get positive? So, friends, let me share that this is one of the biggest myths of this century. This concept of positive thinking has again come from the West. See, positive attitude works. Positive thinking doesn't work. Positive thinking, the way it is understood, positive thinking is a constant fight between our logical brain, the prefrontal cortex. This is the brain area just behind the forehead, and the brain wiring, the rest of the brain. And brain wiring, because it is 9 times more powerful than the logical brain, the prefrontal cortex. So, brain wiring almost always wins. So, if motivation doesn't work, positive thinking doesn't work, this doesn't work, that doesn't work, what works? So, welcome to the science of mind programming. This is the science which tells us how we can differentiate between the universal truths and the blockages of the mind. Universal truths are very simple. Honesty is the best policy. Truth always prevails. Hard work always wins. And the blockages of the mind, I cannot achieve this. I cannot become the principal of a very good school. I have this problem. My communication skills are not good. My education qualifications are not up to the mark. I have this problem. I have that problem. All these are blockages of the mind. So, mind programming is a science which helps us differentiate between these two aspects and helps us uncover the blockages that we may have and then unlearn them like this. I'm not joking. As we will learn in this session, we can use mind techniques to uncover and unlearn the blockages of the mind which are preventing us from achieving the success, from following the pathway to success. We can use mind techniques to unlearn them like this. These are the blockages which are not allowing us to follow the success pathways: focus, concentration, goal setting, time management, etc. So let's move ahead, friends. This is about me. So I take faculty development program, as Mr. Saikat introduced. I take faculty development program at 𝐀𝐦𝐢𝐬𝐜𝐢 University. I take student classes at 𝐀𝐦𝐢𝐬𝐜, BIMTech, and I also take sessions at IOCL, GALE, and so many other companies. So I'll just rush through them. So IOCL, Star Cement, Heidelberg Cement, HP, PTC, Maruti Suzuki, IFCO, and so many other companies. And all these workshops that we do, they are measurable. So before the workshops, like in today's session also, this will be a measurable session. So in my corporate sessions, before the workshop, we measure the performance and the behavior of the participants. And then we again measure them 3 months later. And we have various case studies where the clients have reported improvement ranging from 25% to up to 70%. Similarly, today's session also, I'll ask you for a feedback now, and then I'll again ask you for a feedback 1 week later. And we have done these workshops for various schools like Sun Valley International School, High Tech World School teachers. And there, the teachers, after 1 week, 56% reported reduction in mobile usage and 68% reported improvement in focus. So similarly, I'll be taking your feedback also at the end of 1 week, after 1 week. So friends, let's do a meditation session. And girls are going to love this meditation session. It's a very short session, 2 minute session. And in this meditation session, I'll ask you to imagine that you have gone out for shopping and now you are coming back. Okay? Will you enjoy that? All right. So let me play some music. Okay. Sit with your neck and back straight, both feet on the ground, close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. One more time. Take a deep
But
breath in.
sir, your audio is not audible. You will have to share the sound, I think.
Okay. Is it audible now?
No, it's not.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but the whatever you're playing is not
That's
audible
okay.
because
That's
yeah.
okay. That's okay.
Okay.
All right. So sit with your neck and back straight, both feet on the ground. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. One more time. Take a deep breath in and hold it for 3 seconds. One, two, and three. And release and just relax. Put your entire focus on your breathing. Keep taking deep, slow breaths in and keep taking deep, slow breaths out. Breathe in, breathe out. Very nice. Keep your eyes closed. Now just imagine that you have been out shopping. You had been shopping for a long time and you are now coming back. Your hands are full with the shopping bags, and somehow, slowly and slowly, you are trudging back to your house. Picture yourself outside the main door of your house. Somehow, you are able to open the door, you come inside, you keep everything on one side, and you go to the kitchen. You pick up a glass, fill it with water, and have it. You keep the glass down and you open the refrigerator. And what do you see? Your favorite sweet dish right there in front of you. And you realize how hungry you are. You had been out shopping for a long time. You did not eat anything. And now you're so hungry, you immediately take out the sweet dish, pick up a spoon, take a spoonful, bring it to your mouth, open your mouth, and have it. Your favorite sweet dish. So tasty, so delicious. You take one more spoonful and have it. Your favorite sweet dish. Very nice. Now I'll count from 1 to 3, and with each count, you'll start coming back to your normal state. And at the count of 3, you'll come back to your normal state and open your eyes. 1, focus on your breathing. 2, breathe in, breathe out. And 3, open your eyes. Welcome back. So, how many of us did anyone was anyone able to taste the sweet dish? Few of us. But how many of us are more relaxed now? How many of us are more relaxed? Yes, most of us are more relaxed because it was a relaxing activity. All right, friends. So let's move ahead. So I'll just tick on these boxes. I'm sure all of you, because we stay in a connected world, so all of you are already aware. But just to tick a box, I'll just mention them one by one. That to achieve our potential, to achieve success, we need to plan our work and finish it early. We need to have high energy levels to do more in lesser time, just like CEOs do. And for that, we need to focus on or work, do regular exercise, regular meditation, etc. We need to improve our focus and concentration while working and avoid distractions like mobile so that we can finish our work faster and do more work in less time. And we need to keep ourselves young and healthy by spending time in our hobbies, what we like enjoying, what we enjoy, etc. And we need to minimize emergency and firefighting situations, which is possible only when we plan and strategize our work. And we need to become a better version of ourselves with each passing day by investing in ourselves, by improving our skills and education. But as we learn, all of us know how to do, we have to do this. I asked you a question in the beginning, and all of you know the answer that you gave, they reflect all the points which I have mentioned here: focus, hard work, time management, goal setting, planning, strategizing, positive mindset, and all that. But we are not able to do it. Could the reason be that there is a wiring in our brain which prevents us from doing this? Maybe this wiring controls everything we do. Our emotional responses, our conditioned responses, our beliefs, and this wiring is the reason. Maybe there is some wiring in our brain which is preventing us from doing goal setting, which is preventing us from avoiding distractions like mobile, from improving focus and concentration. So let's analyze this. So let's do an activity on how powerful the brain wiring is. So in this activity, I'll ask you, it's a very simple activity. There are only two parts. In this activity, the first part, it's a 1 minute activity. In the first part, I'll ask you to imagine that you are brushing your teeth with your weak hand. So if you're a right hander, then you have to imagine that you're brushing your teeth with your left hand. And if you're a left hander, then you have to imagine that you're brushing your teeth with the right hand, with your weak hand. This is the first part. In the second part, I'll ask you to imagine that you are brushing your teeth with your strong hand. So if you're a right hander, you'll imagine brushing with the right hand. And if you're a left hander, you'll imagine brushing with the left hand. We can do it, yes? Yes, all of us can do it. Please type yes in the chat box or raise your hand, whichever way. All right. So sit with your neck and back straight, both feet on the ground. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. Now just imagine that you have your toothbrush in your weak hand and you have the toothpaste with the top open in your other hand, and you are now applying the toothpaste on the toothbrush. You keep the toothpaste down. Now very slowly bring your hand to your mouth, open your mouth and brush your teeth. Keep your eyes closed and keep brushing your teeth. Very nice. Keep brushing your teeth. Very nice. Now keep the hand down, keep your eyes closed, and just imagine that you have your toothbrush in your strong hand and you have the toothpaste with the top open in your left hand, in your weak hand, and you are now applying the toothpaste on the toothbrush. You keep the toothpaste down. Now very slowly bring your hand to your mouth, open your mouth and brush your teeth like you normally do. Very nice. Keep brushing your teeth like you normally do. Very nice. Now keep the hand down, open your eyes. So a question, friends, how many of us experienced that the speed of brushing, it was slow when you imagine brushing with with the weak hand in the first instance, it was slow, but the speed was high when you imagine brushing with the strong hand. How many of us experienced that? You can raise your hand or type yes in the chat box or no. All right. So most of us experience that. Why? Because there is a very strong wiring in our brain of brushing the teeth with the strong hand. Yes. Now imagine I go and attend a training session where a wonderful trainer comes and shares some, very good PowerPoint presentations, makes me do lots of activities, shows me those models and frameworks, and convinces me that if I start using my left hand to brush, my weak hand to brush, I will rise faster in my career. And imagine, for the sake of the argument, let's imagine that he is right. If I start brushing my teeth with the left hand, I will rise in my career faster. And I decide, okay, it's so simple. I just need to brush my teeth with the weak hand, with my left hand, and I'll rise in my career faster. Bas itna hi karna hai. This too I'll start doing from tomorrow. So I decide that and I go to sleep. But what happens when I wake up the next day? As soon as I wake up, I start having so many thoughts in my mind, issues related to work I'm supposed to do, the school work, the administrative work, the housework, issues related to health, my health, family members' health, issues related to finances, the AMIs which have to be paid, so many issues, spouse issues, kids issues, neighbors issues, and I enter the washroom thinking all these thoughts. And when do I come out after using my strong hand? I don't even realize. And it's only after coming out that I remember, oh, I was supposed to use my weak hand to brush. No problem. I'll do it from tomorrow. But again, next day, this same thing happens. Again, I use my weak hand or my strong hand to brush and I come out. I forget to use my strong hand to brush. And after 3, 4 days, I even stop trying. Yes or no? Does this happen or not? Yes? Why? Because our brain does not want us to go against the brain wiring. The brain wiring is to brush the teeth with the strong hand, and our brain does not want us to go against it and use the left hand to brush. Why? Because our brain thinks that whatever is the brain wiring, it is important for our survival. I'll give you another example. Let's say By accident, I put my hand in the electric socket and somebody switches it on. I'm not aware that my hand is in the electric socket, but somebody switches it on. And as soon as the person switches it on, my brain will not give me time to think. My logical brain will not work that मुझे तो current लग रहा है, I'm getting an electric shock. My brain will immediately jerk my body away. Yes, because there is a very strong wiring in our brain to be scared of electric shock. Similarly, electric fire. See, this is related to evolution. When we were evolving as a human species, we were living in the jungles. And let's say there is a movement behind the bush. So we had to take quick decisions. We did not have time to think. So our brain created these shortcuts called brain wiring to make us act fast. And our brain knows that whatever is the brain wiring. So there is a movement behind the bush. It could be a tiger out to kill me, or it could be my food. But what if it's a tiger? So I had to be very careful. I had to follow that brain wiring, and brain does not give time to think about these quick decisions that brain wants us to take. So that is why it is so difficult to go against the brain wiring, and that is why maybe we know that to achieve success we need to do goal setting, we need to have focus, improve concentration, avoid things like mobile, etc., avoid distractions. But our brain does not allow us to do that. Maybe because there is a wiring in the brain that we are not aware of. So this wiring again is of two kinds. One, we are aware of this wiring. But what if I tell you that more than 99% of the brain wiring is outside our conscious awareness? We don't even know that we have this brain wiring. If we don't know, then how can we change it? So let's analyze this. Let's first analyze the brain wiring, which we are aware of. So let's do an activity. Please sit with your neck and back straight, both feet on the ground. Now try to move your hands like this. Move your hands like this. Request everybody to switch on your camera. Try to move your hands like this. Everybody can do that. All of us can do that. Yes, because there is a very strong wiring in our brain. We have been doing it since childhood. Now stop. Now imagine we need to change this behavior. Yes, we need to move one hand in one direction, inside out, but we need to move the other hand in the opposite direction, outside in, like this. I'm doing it very slow so that you can actually see that both my hands are moving in the opposite directions, or the other way around. Is anyone able to do it? Why is it so difficult? Because see, it's not difficult, but it is difficult for us. Why? Because there is a pre-existing wiring of moving the hands like this. You do one thing, you ask any small child who hasn't as yet learned to move the hands like this, you ask that small child to try moving the hands differently in this way. And that child will do it like this. Because there is no pre-existing wiring of moving the hands like this. Friends, am I making sense? Yes, similarly, the pre-existing wiring, which is already there, maybe there is a pre-existing wiring which prevents us from doing things differently, from having focus in life, doing goal setting, concentration, etc. And like I told you, this wiring is only 1% of the wiring we are consciously aware of. 99% of the brain wiring is outside our conscious awareness. So if we don't know what is the wiring behind, our our inability to do focus, we don't know. There is some wiring, but we don't know what that wiring is. Then how can we change that wiring? So I want you to watch this video. And in this video, they'll try to trick you. So you have to watch this video very carefully. Okay?
יש.
יפה.
תודה, ושלום לכל הצופים.
שלום לאמן החושיים ליאור סושרד.
שלום רב גם לדוקטור ריקרדו טרש מאוניברסיטת תל אביב. ליל המדענים המתקרב שנערך ב-14 מוסדות מחקר ברחבי הארץ בשיתוף משרד המדע, הטכנולוגיה והחלל והאיחוד האירופי, יהיה השנה בסימן מדעי המוח. ולכבודו אנחנו רוצים להראות לכם כמה ניסויים שעומדים להשפיע עליכם על צורת החשיבה. תתרכזו טוב טוב, כי זה עומד להדהים אתכם אתה לוקח 5 שטרות, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 שטרות של 50, אתה ממש יכול לשנות בדמיון את המבנה המולקולרי שלהם וליצור משהו הרבה יותר שווה, אתה לא חושב?
מדהים, איפה היית כל השנים האלה?
זה מה שכולם אומרים לי, אבל אני לא בטוח שכולם באמת מעריכים את השינוי שקרה פה.
אני באמת לא חושב שכולם שמו לב למה שקרה פה. אז בואו נסתכל על הקוביות האלה, A ו-B. איזה מהן היא כהה יותר? העליונה או התחתונה? מה אתה חושב, ליאור?
למה אתה חושב שרוב האנשים חושבים ש-A יותר כהה מ-B?
המוח שלנו חושב שאובייקטים מוצלים הם כהים יותר, וכדי לפצות על כך הוא הופך אותם לבהירים יותר.
אבל בעצם?
הם בעצם בדיוק אותו הצבע.
אותו צבע, זה מדהים. אבל הניסוי השלישי והאחרון, אני הולך לנסות לקרוא את המחשבות של כל הצופים דרך המסך, אז שימו בבקשה לב אל 5 הקלפים, תתקרבו אליי, ושימו לב ל5 הקלפים האלו. אני מבקש שתתרכזו ותחשבו רק על אחד מהם, רק על אחד. תחשבו על הצורה, על הצבע, על הקלף עצמו. יש קלף אחד? לא לשכוח. איזה מדהים זה יהיה אם אני אצליח מפה להוציא דווקא את הקלף שאתם חשבתם עליו. ואם באמת הצלחתי, אז הקלף שחשבתם עליו כבר לא נמצא פה. שאני חושב שזה מדהים.
באמת שזה מדהים.
נכון?
אני עדיין לא בטוח שהם קולטים מה שקורה פה.
אז מה בעצם קורה פה? תספר לי.
הנה המוח שלנו. זוהי האונה העורפית אשר אחראית על הראייה, אבל בעצם לא כל מה שנראה לנו הוא בעצם נמצא שם. אבל האמת ריקרדו ששנינו יודעים בדיוק שקרה פה משהו מעבר לניסויים הקטנים האלו, נכון? נכון. אז מה באמת קרה פה? בואו נראה. האמת שבאמת קרה פה משהו גדול יותר. ככה התחלנו את הניסוי, וככה סיימנו אותו. בזמן שאנחנו התרכזנו בשלושת הניסויים, קרו 6 שינויים שלא בטוח ששמתם לב אליהם. חולצת הפסים של ריקרדו השתנתה לשחור, הז'קט שלי השתנה לאפור, המפה שינתה צבע מאדום ללבן, פרויד ומרי קירי החליפו מקומות. הקובייה ההונגרית שפתרתי בהתחלה התערבבה לה מעצמה שוב, ובכלל, כל הרקע שלנו השתנה משחור לכחול. המוח שלכם תיעתע בכם. כולנו חושבים שאנחנו שמים לב לפרטים הקטנים, אבל האמת היא שרובנו מפספסים את העיקר.
So did anyone notice any of those 6 changes? The shirts changed, the background changed. Did anyone notice any of those 6 changes? Clothes? But mostly people are not able to change. But did your brain notice? Outside the conscious awareness, did your brain notice? See, our brain has the capacity to receive 11 million bits of information in a given minute. I'm typing it down in the chat box. Our brain receives 11 million bits of information in a given minute. Out of these 11 million bits, 1 crore, 10 lakh bits of information. If I ask you, how many bits of information are we consciously aware of? Out of the 11 million bits of information which our brain is receiving every minute, if I ask you how many bits of information are we consciously aware of, then you will be surprised to know that it is only 2000 bits of information. I have again typed it in the chat box. Out of the 1 crore, 10 lakh bits of information which our brain is receiving, we are consciously aware of only 2000 bits of information. And what I want you to ponder is, what if this 10.998 million bits of information which we are not consciously aware of, what if this information creates wiring in the brain? And what if this wiring is the reason why, despite knowing that to achieve success, we need to do goal setting, we need to do focus, we need to avoid mobile distractions like mobile, why we are not able to do it? Maybe because of this wiring. So I want you to watch this video now, and my request is not to write the answer in the chat box now. I'll ask you, then you write. Just think of the answer in your mind. It's a very simple answer. Don't write in the chat box now. Just wait for my cue. So watch this video. At the end of this video, they'll ask you a question. Don't write the answer in the chat box now. Just keep it in your mind. So I'm playing the video now. Sorry, this one. Yeah, this one. Right. So just think of the name of the first fruit which comes to your mind. Don't write it in the chat box, just keep it in your mind. All right. Now, I want you to watch, just read out the words in the next slides, which I am going to show. Just read out the words. You can do it quietly or in your mind. So, night, needle, collar. Sleep, window, bone. Month, tail, dream. Key, pillow, paw. Cat, tomato, tired. Drowsy, orange, wet. Now fill up the blanks. Again, don't do it in the chat box. You can do it in your mind or you can do it in the notepad. Done? All right. So now coming to the fruit activity. How many of us wrote apple? Please write in the chat box or raise your hand if you wrote apple. Please write yes in the chat box if you wrote apple or raise your hand. So many of us wrote apple. Now let me play this video in the slow motion. Just watch this video again. I'm playing it in the slow motion. So you were shown the spelling of apple for a very short period of time, but it happened so fast that you consciously did not see it, but your brain saw it. And that is why, look at the chat box, so many of us have written apple. Now, second exercise which I asked you to do. How many of us wrote bed and dog? How many of us wrote bed and dog? You can type yes. So many of us wrote bed and dog. Okay. Some of us did not, but most of us wrote bed and dog. That is why they are writing yes. Now look at the words again. So now look at the words which are marked in red. What do these words signify? So these words are night, needle, night, night, sleep, dream, pillow, tired, drowsy. So they were supposed to make your brain more open to words or images related to sleep. For example, bed. Similarly, look at the words which are marked in blue. Collar, bone, tail, paw, cat, wet. These words were supposed to prime your brain to be more open to words or images related to dog. That is why so many of us wrote bed and dog. Yes, this is consciously, you are not aware of this, but your brain received this information outside the conscious awareness, because we can, like I said, we can only consciously, we are aware of only 2000 bits of information, but our brain receives 11 million bits of information. And the question to ponder is, what if our brain is constantly bombarded by this information day in and day out? Is it a possibility that this information creates some wiring in the brain? And this wiring is the reason why we find it difficult to follow the pathways to success. Pathways of success, like you mentioned, are doing goal setting, planning, strategizing, time management, and so many other things. But maybe there is a wiring which has got created in our brain outside our conscious awareness, and that is why we find it difficult to change our behavior. 92% of us find it difficult to change our behavior. So to achieve success, what do we need to do? We need to rewire our brain. We need to understand what is the faulty wiring. We need to uncover this faulty wiring, and then we need to use mind techniques to remove it. So let's understand the faulty wiring, how this wiring gets created. So is there anyone here who's scared of cockroaches, insects, or lizard? You can raise your hand or write yes. Yes, so many of us. I know a lady who, when she sees a cockroach, she jumps on a chair and she starts shouting, cockroach, cockroach, cockroach. And you try to tell her that why are you so much scared of the cockroach? The cockroach may be dirty, but it cannot harm you in any way. Why are you so much scared? And she's like, okay, next time I will not be so much scared. But again, next time when she sees a cockroach, she again forgets everything. Her logical mind stops working. She jumps on a chair and she starts shouting, cockroach, cockroach, cockroach. Now imagine a child, a toddler, who has just learned how to crawl. Yes? And imagine that this toddler notices an insect some distance away. How will the toddler react? It will start crawling towards the insect. How will the parents react? Chee, dirty, don't go there. It will bite you. Yes? The toddler would look at the insect, so attractive, look at the parent, and maybe again it will start crawling towards the insect. Now parents, their ego will get hurt. Why is the toddler not listening to me? So they'll use an advanced technique. They'll show that they themselves are scared. Oh, it bit me. It's hurting so much. It will also bite you. Don't go there. It's hurting. It's hurting so much. It bit me. It bit me. It will also bite you. And this creates such a powerful wiring of fear of insects, fear of cockroach, which is made stronger by the fear, by the emotion of fear. And this wiring, once it gets created, it is so powerful that when the child grows up into a mature lady, the child has forgotten, the lady has forgotten when this wiring happened because she was so small that time. But the wiring is so strong that still, as a grown up person, whenever she sees a cockroach, she gets so much scared. Yes. And she may try 10 different things, but that wiring, as long as that wiring is there, she will never be able to change her behavior. I'll give you one more example. Do you know someone who's afraid of entering lifts? Do you know someone who cannot enter a lift? Yes? Yes? All right. So again, you try to explain that person that, this is a five-star hotel or this is a shopping complex and they use the best of the technology. Why are you so much scared? Why can't you enter the lift? But that person is never able to enter. And you ask them, what is the reason? Why are you so much scared? And that person is not able to give the answer. Now imagine a small child who is being scolded by the parents. You better start behaving yourself. You have become very naughty. You don't behave yourself. You better start behaving. You better start listening to me. Otherwise, you know what I'll do? I'll lock you in that dark room. You know what is there in that dark room? Cockroach, insect, snake, lizard, chudel, atma. You better start listening to me. And this creates such a powerful wiring of fear of small dark rooms in the child's mind. That child grows up into a mature person. He has forgotten that when did this wiring happen. But the wiring is so strong that the child still finds it difficult to enter a lift. And if you ask, why are you so much scared? And since when are you so much scared? The person will not be able to answer because this happened when he was so small. Similarly, friends, 99% of our behavior is like this. Why do we find it difficult to avoid mobile? Why do we find it difficult to improve our focus? Maybe because there is a wiring which we are not aware of. And this wiring is the reason why it's almost impossible for us to do it. So if we don't know what this wiring is, how can we change it? Similarly, what were we told since we were growing up? What was I told by my parents when I was growing up? Stop going out to play. Stop watching TV. There were no mobile phones that time. So, I was asked not to watch TV or go out to play. You have to study so much. You have to study for 15 hours a day. There is so much competition. Unless you study, what will you do? How much did you get in the last exam? 82%. What will you do with your 82%? Look at Sharma ji's son, Sharma ji ka beta. Look at him, how good he is. But see this message, what was it? What was the wiring which was getting created in my mind? That I am not good enough to succeed in my life. Unless I slog it out for 15, 16 hours, I will not make anything of my life. Similarly, other blockages like don't trust anyone, success is difficult, you have to be clever, don't try anything new, and so on and so forth. All this wiring starts getting inculcated in our life. See, in India, we believe in negative motivation. So we criticize, I mean the earlier generation, maybe it's lesser now, but earlier generation it was that to motivate somebody, criticize that person. And they see, I'm not saying they were doing wrong. From their point of view, they were doing the best that they knew. My parents, they wanted my good. That is why they were doing it. So they were not wrong from their point of view. But this creates such a wiring in the brain that I am not good enough. Similarly, we are now going to uncover the wiring which is preventing us from improving our focus, which is preventing us from avoiding mobile, from doing time management, goal setting, etc. All right. So wiring gets created by repeated practice and high emotional experience of pain and pleasure. And rewiring tools are emotions and imagination, as we are going to learn shortly. So friends, now let's do a meditation activity. And this is a 3-minute meditation activity. And in this activity, I'll play some music. I'll ask you to close your eyes. And then there are three parts. In the first part, I'll ask you to imagine that your body has started dropping down on the chair. In the second part, I'll ask you to open your eyes and look at one point on the ceiling without blinking. And in the third part, I'll ask you to just relax. But before I start this activity, I want you to keep your notepads and pen ready with you, because at the end of this activity, I'm going to ask you to do an activity. So keep your notepads and pen ready with you. Can we start? Do you have notepad and pen ready? Can we start? All right. So sit with your neck and back straight, both feet on the ground, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in and out. One more time. Take a deep breath in and hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, and 3. And release and just relax. 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 Put your entire focus on your breathing. Keep taking deep, slow breaths in and keep taking deep, slow breaths out. Notice how breath is slowly and slowly coming inside, and how slowly and slowly it's coming out of your nostrils. How nice it would be if with each outgoing breath we allow all our stress, all our tension to slowly leave our body. And with each incoming breath, we allow a new relaxation to slowly and slowly enter our body. Keep breathing in, keep breathing out. With each outgoing breath, allow yourself to be more and more relaxed. Just relax. Keep your eyes closed. Very nice. Now, just imagine that with each outgoing breath, your body has started dropping down on the chair. And you have also allowed your body to start dropping down as if you have no control over your body. You have let go of all the control. And with each outgoing breath, your body is more and more dropping down on the chair. Now, I'll count from 1, 2, 3. And with each count, your body will more and more drop down on the chair. And at the count of 3, it will totally drop down like a deflated balloon with no air inside. 1. Your body is more and more dropping down on the chair, and you also allowed your body to start dropping down. 2, your body is furthermore dropping down on the chair, and at the count of 3, it will totally drop down like a deflated balloon with no air inside. And 3, your body has totally dropped down like a deflated balloon with no air inside. Very nice. Now, when I'll ask you, you'll open your eyes and look at one point on the ceiling without blinking. Open your eyes and look at one point on the ceiling, and you have to keep looking at this point without blinking. Put your entire focus on this point. Your eyes will start getting heavy, but you have to keep looking at this point. Your eyes are getting heavier and heavier, but you have to keep looking at this point. Allow your eyes to become as heavy as they want to be, but you have to keep looking at this point. Now, I'll count from 1, 2, 3, and with each count, your eyes will become more and more heavy, and at the count of 3, they'll become very heavy and close. 1, your eyes are becoming heavier and heavier, and you have also allowed your eyes to become heavy. 2, your eyes are becoming all the more heavy, and at the count of 3, they'll become very heavy and close. And 3, close your eyes and just relax. Now, I'll count from 1, 2, 3, and with each count, you'll become more and more relaxed. And at the count of 3, you'll be 10 times more relaxed than now. 1, relax, relax, relax. 2, more and more, relax, relax, relax. And at the count of 3, you'll be 10 times more relaxed than earlier. And 3, relax, relax, relax. Very nice. Now, I'll count from 1, 2, 3, and with each count, you'll start coming back to your normal state. And at the count of 3, you'll come back to your normal state and open your eyes. 1, focus on your breathing. 2, breathe in, breathe out. And 3, open your eyes. Welcome back. Now, I want you to pick up your notepads and pen. There are going to be some questions on the screen, and you have to write down the first answer which comes to your mind. These answers are only and only for your reference. You are not going to share these answers with me or with anyone. So write down the first answer which comes to your mind. So question number 1, how easy or difficult is it to find time for investing in oneself, for improving our skills? Write down the first answer which comes to your mind. How easy or difficult is it to find time for investing in oneself to improve our skills? To find time to invest in oneself, to improve one's skills. Is it easy? Is it difficult? Next question, question number 2. How easy or difficult is it to find enthusiasm for developing skills? To find enthusiasm for developing skills, is it easy or is it difficult? Write down the first answer which comes to your mind. Next question, question number 3. Generally speaking, are people good enough to find time to invest in themselves? Generally speaking, are people good enough to find time to invest in themselves? Next question, question number 4. How easy or difficult is it to inculcate success habits like wake up early, plan, etc.? To inculcate success habits like wake up early, plan, etc., is it easy or is it difficult? Next question, question number 5. In today's fast paced life, how easy or difficult is it to find time on a Sunday to plan important tasks in the coming week? In today's fast paced life, how easy or difficult is it to find time on a Sunday to plan important tasks in the coming week? Write down the first answer which comes to your mind. Next question, question number 6. Generally speaking, are people good enough to acquire success habits? जनरली स्पीकिंग आर पीपल गुड एनफ टू एक्वायर सक्सेस हैबिट्स? आम तौर पे क्या लोग इतने अच्छे होते हैं कि वो सक्सेस हैबिट्स अपना पाएं? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 7. हाउ इजी और डिफिकल्ट इज इट टू रीच द टॉप लाइक बिकमिंग प्रिंसिपल ऑफ अ टॉप स्कूल? हाउ इजी और डिफिकल्ट इज इट टू रीच द टॉप लाइक बिकमिंग प्रिंसिपल ऑफ अ टॉप स्कूल? To become principal of a top school, is it easy or is it difficult? Next question, question number 8. Generally speaking, are teachers good enough to reach the top like becoming principal of a top school? Generally speaking, are teachers good enough to reach the top like becoming principal of a top school? Next question, question number 9. Where do you see yourself 5 years later? At the same level, one level higher, principal of a school, principal of the best school? Where do you see yourself 5 years later? Same level, one level higher, principal of a school, or principal of the best school? Next question, question number 10. What is the biggest quality of people at the top? Higher IQ, better education, personality and communication skills, luck, or good habits? What is the biggest quality of people at the top? Higher IQ, better education, personality and communication skills, luck, good habits? What is the biggest quality? People who are at the top, what is their biggest quality? Is it higher IQ? Is it better education? Is it personality and communication skills? Is it luck or is it good habits? Next question, question number 11. I can't relax at night unless I watch mobile or TV for some time. True or false? I can't relax at night unless I watch mobile or TV for some time. True or false? Next question, question number 12. Generally speaking, are people good enough to change their way of working after a certain age? After a certain age, are people good enough? Generally speaking, are people good enough to change their way of working after they reach a certain age? Yes or no? Now, friends, these are the questions I asked you. I'll again list them one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these questions. I'll start with the question number 1. But before I list these questions again, before I do that, before I started asking you these questions, I made you do an activity. I asked you to close your eyes, relax your body, imagine that your body has started dropping down. I asked you to open your eyes, look at one point on the ceiling, and then I asked you to just relax. Now, how many of us experienced that towards the end of this activity, when you were doing all this, relaxing, imagining your body dropping down, looking at one point, relaxing, how many of us experienced that the number of thoughts in your mind had gone down? Or maybe there were no thoughts, you were only connected to my voice. How many of us experienced this? Yes? No thoughts? You experienced this? See, why did I do that? I made your logical mind become sluggish. It is called alpha level of brain state. I made your logical mind become sluggish. There were no thoughts. That means the brain activity had gone down. It had reduced to 1/3 of the normal activity. Why did I do that? Why did I make your logical brain become sluggish? Because what have we been told since childhood? We have been told since childhood not to reveal our weaknesses in front of others. Yes or no? Never reveal your weaknesses in front of others. Have we been told this or not? Yes? And that is why we always try to be diplomatic. And we have been practicing it for so long that we don't even know when we are being diplomatic or when we are being truthful, we have started lying to ourselves. So that is why before I asked you these questions, I made your logical mind become sluggish, and then I asked you these questions. And then now I'll list those questions again one by one. You look at the question and look at your answer. There is a very, very high probability that the answer you gave, it reflects your real brain wiring. Yes. So the first question was, how easy or difficult is it to find time for investing in oneself? And if you wrote it is difficult, then this is the brain wiring, because time is not a problem. Let me ask you, how many of us are able to find time in a week to do things that we really like? Are we able to find time to do things that we like? Yes or no? We are able to find time. So if we are able to find time to do things that we like, time is not a problem. Yes, but the real problem is we don't enjoy investing in ourselves. We don't enjoy reading that article. We don't enjoy doing that course. That is why we find it difficult to find time, because our brain does not want us to invest in, because the brain wiring is, I don't like doing this. So our brain tries to move us away from investing in ourselves. So that is the real brain wiring. Next, I asked you the next question. I asked you directly, how easy or difficult is it to find enthusiasm for developing skills? And if you wrote it's difficult, then that is the real blockage, because we don't like investing in ourselves. That is why we are not able to find time, because what we like, we are always able to find time. And this is the brain wiring that we have to change. Otherwise, it will be difficult for us to invest in ourselves. And unless we invest in ourselves, like you had answered in the starting, no, I asked you how to achieve success. One of the answers was to learn to invest in ourselves. Next question, generally speaking, are people good enough to find time to invest in themselves? Now, friends, let me ask you, who is that one person in the world whom we know the best? हम दुनिया में सबसे अच्छा किसको जानते हैं? Who is that one person? We know ourselves the best. Myself, yes, Mandeep wrote it right. We know ourselves the best. Yes, and in these kind of questions are trick questions. So because we answer based on our experience, we answer from our life. And whatever answer we give, there is a very high probability that it reflects the brain wiring that we have. So if you wrote, generally speaking, people are not good enough to find time to invest in themselves, then maybe the wiring in your brain is, I am not good enough to find time to invest in myself. Next question. Question number 4. How easy or difficult is it to inculcate success habits like wake up early, plan, etc.? And if you wrote it's difficult, then friends, this is the brain wiring, that it's difficult to inculcate success habits. See, what was I told when I was growing up? My mom would always tell me, he can never learn good things, but he picks up bad habits very fast. ये तो खराब बातें बहुत जल्दी से सीख जाता है, अच्छी बातें सीखता ही नहीं है. You know, and this is what it got ingrained in my brain, maybe, that it's very difficult to inculcate success habits. Yes. Next question. Question number 5. In today's fast-paced life, how easy or difficult is it to find time on a Sunday to plan important tasks in the coming week? See, friends, again, if you wrote it's difficult, then my brain will not allow me to find time on a Sunday, because if the brain wiring is that it's difficult, then I'll always find it difficult. Yes. See, let's say, and this is one of the biggest causes of low productivity. See, I'll give you an example. Let's say I have to give my car for servicing, but I am constantly postponing it. Kal de dunga, parso de dunga, I'll give it next week. And one day, while going to the office, while going to the school, my car breaks down. And I cannot leave my car on the road. So I have to hire a tow-away vehicle. I have to take the car to the garage. And my entire day's productivity goes for a toss. Instead of doing that, if I had taken out a few minutes on a Sunday and planned that I'll leave for office on Wednesday morning, half an hour early, I'll drop my car at the office, at the garage, and then I'll go to the office by Uber. Then my half an hour productivity would have been lost, but not my entire day's productivity. And that is one of the biggest success habits of people at the top. Next was question number 6. Generally speaking, are people good enough to acquire success habits? And if we wrote no, people are not good enough to acquire success habits, then maybe the wiring in our brain is that I am not good enough to acquire success habits. Next question, question number 7. How easy or difficult is it to reach the top, like becoming principal of a top school? And if you wrote it's difficult, then the wiring is I can never be a principal of a top school. Then how will you become the principal of a top school? Because if your brain wiring is that I am not good enough, or it's difficult to reach the top, to become principal of a top school, then your brain will never allow you to reach the top. So we have to first change this wiring. Next question, question number 8. Generally speaking, are people good enough to reach the top, like becoming principal of a top school? And again, if you wrote no, generally speaking, people are not good enough, that means the wiring in your brain is that I am not good enough to become the principal of a top school. And if this is the brain wiring, how will you become? How will you reach ahead? Because your brain will not allow you. Next question, question number 9. Where do you see yourself 5 years later? Same level, one level higher, principal of a school, principal of the best school. And if you wrote any answer you wrote, apart from the bottom two answers, there is a wiring in the brain that I can never become the principal. See, why am I asking these questions again and again in a different way? To help you uncover the brain wiring, because in the next part of the session, we learn mind techniques on how to unlearn this wiring, how to remove this wiring. Next question. What is the biggest quality of people at the top? Is it higher IQ, higher intelligence? Now, friends, let me tell you, let's say that I get 100 of the top principals of the top 100 schools in the country. We get them in the same room, and we are also there, all of you, and those principals are also there in the same level, in the same room, and all of us give an IQ test. Do you think there will be a difference in the IQ of our IQ and those principals, those top achievers? There will be no difference. See, 1% people may be an outlier who might be very intelligent, but 99% of us, all the top principals of the top schools and everybody else, we will have the same IQ, because we have the same IQ. We have the same intelligence. It's not, you can try it out. You can read reports on this. Next is education. See, I come from the corporate setting. How many of us know, if I ask you how many people who become CEOs, how many CEOs in the country are from IIT, IIMs? You'll be surprised to know, you can check LinkedIn, not even 20% of the CEOs are from IIT, IIM. How many of us know that 40% of the CEOs, they have done their schooling from vernacular language? In North India, Hindi medium ke padhe hue hote hain. 40% of the CEOs. See, it's not where you study from or what your education is. It's after you start working, are you building on that education? Are you doing more education courses? Are you doing PhD? Are you doing, improving, investing in yourself? Because education at the time that you start is not that difficult. See, again, personality and communication skills. Now, friends, what is personality? If I start doing 20 push-ups in a day, how much time will that take to do 20 push-ups? Maybe girls can also do, different exercises, not push-up, but they can do slanting push-ups. There are ways to do that for girls also. So how much time will it take to do push-ups? Not even 10 minutes. And automatically within 10 days, my body language will improve, my personality will improve. Otherwise, what is communication skills? See, communication skills means two things. One, the ability to articulate my thoughts concisely in a short sentence, and the ability to talk, the key words which are used, the lingo which are used. See, if you talk to a CEO, if you talk to a CA, chartered accountant, the lingo that person uses is balance sheet and profit and loss. And if you talk to an economist, the lingo will be the indifference curve, the macroeconomics, micro, and so many. So principals, they would have a different lingo. The school owners would have a different lingo. The CEOs will have a different lingo. If I start taking out 15 minutes time every Sunday or every week, 15-20 minutes, and I start reading good articles, if I start listening to podcasts of people at the top, automatically my lingo will start improving. My keywords will start getting better. Automatically, I'll start talking more sense. Yes or no, friends? Yes? Am I talking sense? See, how much time does it take? 15-20 minutes. See, let me ask you, to learn any to build any skill, to learn any skill, how much time does it take? Let's say any skill. I'm talking about playing, how to play guitar, how to learn a language, or maybe language may take longer, but to learn any skill, leadership skill, to doing a course on leadership skill to become a better team player, a leader, or learning any to cooking, etc. Any skill, driving car, any skill, how much time does it take? 20 hours, 30 hours, for 35 hours. If I start taking out 1 hour per week, is it possible for me to take 1 hour out per week or not? It is possible, because I just asked you, and you know that are you able to find time to do things that you enjoy? And all of you, most of us, raise the hand. So we can find 1 hour in the week easily. So that means 20 weeks, 30 weeks, we can improve by learning any skill. Is it so difficult? But we have to first change the wiring that I am good enough to learn skills. Yes. Next was luck. So now, friends, this webinar is happening in English, and all of us, we are English speaking people. We belong to top 3-4% of the country's population. Are we aware that 40% of our country's population do not get 2 meals a day? Are we aware or not? I think we would be aware that 40% of our country's population do not get 2 full meals a day. So are we lucky or not? By God's grace, whatever may happen in our life, by God's grace, we are never going to starve. What more luck do we want? Let's say, had I been born in a rickshaw driver, rickshaw puller's family, would I have been here? Maybe I would have been here even then also, but the chances would have reduced significantly. It would have been so much more difficult for me to get English education, to get an MBA from XIMB, and to work in ICICI, Reliance like companies. It would be so difficult. So I'm anyway lucky that I was lucky enough to be born in a family where I got good education, where I got good diet, where I got protein, that my brain, could improve and I could have a good career. So what more luck do I want? See, last is good habits. People at the top, there is only one differentiator, and which is good habits. It is intent. They are as intelligent as us. They are either as educated at the time when they started their career, and later on they build on their education, which we also can do. Their personality and communication skills they developed later on. Yes, and the luck, they were as lucky, or they are as lucky as as we are. The only and only difference is good habits. This is in our hands. We can always acquire good habits. Next question I asked, I can't relax at night unless I watch mobile TV for some time. And if you wrote true, then friends, this is the blockage. See, let me ask you, people who watch reels, Instagram reels or Facebook reels or YouTube shorts, let me ask you, have you ever seen an advertisement of Lamborghini or Rolls Royce? They are cars costing 7 crore rupees or higher. Have you ever seen advertisements of Rolls Royce or Lamborghini on reels? Yes or no? No, we have not seen. Why do Lamborghini and Rolls Royce, why don't they advertise on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube shorts? Because their customer, the people who buy these 7 crore cars, they are not stupid enough to waste their time watching reels. See, if I'm a top achiever, why would I watch the reel of somebody having fun in Paris? I'll go to Paris myself. No. Friends, people at the top, the CEOs, the top achievers, they go to sleep at time, and they wake up early, and they have good habits like doing goal setting, time management, etc. See, friends, see, all of us, we need me time. All of us need some time to relax. So that time, now this is our choice, that time could be at night before going to sleep, when we are watching, scrolling reels, or our me time could be getting up early in the morning, half an hour early, going to sleep early, waking up early, and going for exercise, meditation. See, when we are watching reels, what does it do? Our brain releases dopamine, which is a happiness chemical. Yes? Yes? Which is me time. But dopamine is not a satisfaction giving chemical. It excites us to do more of the same thing. We get satisfaction from another chemical like serotonin. When we exercise, when we meditate, we get oxytocin, serotonin, endorphin, and so many other positive chemicals that throughout the day we do not have the desire, do not have the attraction of mobile. Yes, am I making sense, friends? So we need to change our habit. We need to change. See, we need to have the me time. But rather than getting that me time from watching mobile at night, we can wake up early and invest that early time in exercise, meditation. Yes. Next question was last question. generally speaking, are people good enough to change their way of working after a certain age? And if you wrote, no, people are not good enough, then maybe the blockage in your mind is that I am not good enough to change my way of working now. See, friends, if the blockage is now, so I'm 40-year-old, now how can I change my way of working? I'm too old. But see, our brains are neuroplastic. We have the ability, human beings have the ability to create new brain wiring, to create new neurons, and to create new neuron wirings even at the age of 100. Our brains are neuroplastic. We can always rewire our brains. So it's not that at the age of, after a certain age, we cannot change. We can always change. But if we wrote it's difficult to change, we are not good enough, then this is a brain wiring that we need to change. So friends, all these are blockages. Yes, so it's difficult to find time for investing in oneself. This is an example of a blockage, because if this is the blockage, then our brain will never allow us to find time to invest in ourselves. Similarly, it's difficult to find enthusiasm for developing skills. I'm not good enough to find time to invest in myself. It's difficult to inculcate success habits like wake up early, plan, etc. It's difficult to find time on a Sunday to plan. See, friends, you may not have all of these blockages, but even if you have one or two or three or four or five or six or seven, unless you unlearn these blockages, it will be difficult for you to achieve success, because all of us know how to achieve success. In the starting of the session, when I asked you how to achieve success, all of you wrote the answer: focus, determination, positive thinking, goal setting, planning, strategizing, time management, etc., etc., etc. But these blockages are the reason why we are not able to follow those pathways. So we have to, even if there is one, two, three, four, five, irrespective of how many, even if there is one single blockage, we have to unlearn that blockage, which we are going to learn now. Similarly, I'm not good enough to acquire success habits. It's difficult to reach the top in one's profession. I'm not good enough to reach the top in my profession. I see myself at the same level or at one level higher. This is a blockage. The only biggest quality of people who are at the top is good habits. So we have to work on improving our habits. I can't relax at night unless I watch mobile TV for some time, and I'm not good enough to change my way of working. So these are the blockages, friends, and we have to work on these blockages. Now, let me do a small polling. So how many blockages did you uncover? So you can write A or B or C or D in the chat box. A means you uncovered 2 or less blockages. B means you uncovered 3 to 6. C means you uncovered 7 to 10. D means 11 or more. So write down the first answer which comes to your mind, because we have to be honest with ourselves. Unless we know what are the blockages that we have, how are we going to change those blockages? Because pathways to grow are very simple. The answers that you wrote: focus, determination, time management, goal setting, planning, all these are the discipline, all these are the answers which will take us to success. And these blockages are the reasons why we are not following those answers. So now in the last part of this session, we learn techniques on how to rewire our brain. So do you want to learn techniques on how to rewire our brain and remove these blockages? How many of us want to learn the techniques? Type yes in the chat box. All right. So let me share the science behind how blockages are unlearned. See, so our brain has 4 different levels of activity. Right now, when we are talking to each other, our brain is at a brain state which is called beta level of brain state. At this level, if I attach EEG machines, if you go to hospitals, they have EEG machines to track the brain activity. So at this level, beta level, right now, if I attach EEG machines to our brain and I try to map the brain activity, then it will come to around 30 cycles per second. Our brains are fully active. Yes. And rewiring the brain. See, a brain wiring. What is a brain wiring? Let me write down in the chat box. A brain wiring is that every neuron, we have 200 billion neurons in our brain. I have typed in the chat box, we have 200 billion, 20,000 crore neurons in our brain. And every neuron is connected to 10,000 other neurons. And this is called a brain wiring. So if we have 200 billion neurons, every neuron is connected to 10,000 other neurons, then how many brain wirings do we have? Trillions and trillions of brain wiring. And at beta level, when the neurons are excited, they are jumping around. It is very, very difficult to rewire our brain. But when I made you do that activity, when I asked you to focus on your breathing, I asked you to imagine that your body has started dropping down on the chair, I asked you to look at one point on the ceiling, I asked you to relax, the brain activity in your mind started reducing. Number of thoughts in your mind started going down. The brain activity had reduced to one third of the normal activity. It had reduced to around 7 to 13 cycles per second. And this brain state is called alpha level. At this level, using certain techniques, what we are going to learn now in the next few minutes, at this level, using certain techniques, it is possible to rewire our brain. It is possible to unlearn the blockages which are preventing us from doing goal setting, time management, focus, wasting time on mobile, etc., which is what we are going to experience very shortly. And if we relax ourselves even further, then we reach the theta level of brain state, which is even more powerful than alpha level. It is easier to rewire our brain at theta level. Delta level is when we wake up from deep sleep. You would have sometimes experienced that you wake up and you don't remember who you are for a very short period of time. You are very confused. Who am I? Is it day? Is it night? Because we have suddenly woken up from the delta level of brain state. So this is the beta level of brain state where the neurons are jumping around and it's very, very difficult to change the neuron pattern. And this is the alpha level of brain state where the neurons have settled down and it's easier to rewire our brain. So let's do the brain rewiring. I'll first work on starting improving focus when we are doing something that we don't like investing in ourselves. So in this activity, I'll ask you to close your eyes, relax. I'll ask you to imagine that your body has started dropping down. Then I'll ask you to open your eyes and look at one point on the ceiling. Then I'll ask you to again relax. Then I'll ask you to think of the last time when you were doing your favorite activity in the world. It could be anything: shopping, playing a game, talking with friends, whatever. Just I'll ask you to think of the last time when you were doing your favorite activity. And then I'll ask you to think of the last time when you were doing something which you don't like, but which is important for your career, like investing in yourself. So you were trying to do a course, you were trying to read an article, you were trying to read a book, or you were trying to do, about your PhD or whatever you're trying to invest in yourself. I'll ask you to think of the last time you did that. See, in NLP, there is a technique called switch technique. Because let me give you the science behind this. See, when we are doing something that we enjoy, like we discussed, our brain releases happiness chemicals, and when we are doing something that we don't like, our brain releases stress chemicals, because our brain does not want us to do that, because the brain wiring is, I don't like doing it. So our brain will try to prevent us from doing that, because our brain thinks it is not good for us. That is why we don't like it. So our brain releases cortisol, the stress chemical. Now, when I'll take you to the alpha level, and then I'll ask you to think of the last time when you were doing something that you enjoy, your brain will release positive chemicals. And immediately after that, I'll ask you to think of the last time when you were doing your favorite activity. Then those positive chemicals will get associated with the act of investing in yourself. When you were doing the activity that you don't like, investing in yourself. Am I making sense, friends? Are you getting it? So let me do it for you, and then I'll be able to explain it better. All right, so sit with your neck and back straight. Let me start some music. Sit with your neck and back straight, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in and out. One more time, take a deep breath in and hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, and 3. And release, and just relax. 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 Put your entire focus on your breathing. Keep taking deep, slow breaths in and keep taking deep, slow breaths out. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep taking deep, slow breaths in and deep, slow breaths out. With each outgoing breath, allow all your stress, all your tension to slowly leave your body. And with each incoming breath, allow a new relaxation to slowly enter your body. Keep breathing in, keep breathing out. Just relax. Very nice. Now, I want you to imagine that with each outgoing breath, your body has started dropping down on the chair. And you have also allowed your body to start dropping down as if you have no control over your body. You have let go of all the control. And with each outgoing breath, your body is more and more dropping down on the chair. Now, I'll count from 1 to 3. And with each count, your body will more and more drop down on the chair. And at the count of 3, it will totally drop down like a sack of clothes with no movement inside. 1. Your body is more and more dropping down on the chair, and you have also allowed your body to start dropping down as if you have no control over your body. 2. Your body is furthermore dropping down on the chair, and at the count of 3, it will totally drop down like a sack of clothes with no movement inside. And 3. Your body has totally dropped down like a sack of clothes with no movement inside. Very nice. Now, when I'll ask you, you'll open your eyes and look at one point on the ceiling without blinking. Open your eyes and look at one point on the ceiling, and you have to keep looking at this point without blinking. Your eyes will start getting heavy, but you have to keep looking at this point. Your eyes are getting heavier and heavier, but you have to keep looking at this point. Now, I'll count from 1 to 3, and with each count, your eyes will become more and more heavy, and at the count of 3, they'll become very heavy in truth. 1. Your eyes are getting heavier and heavier, and you also allowed your eyes to become heavy. 2. Your eyes are becoming all the more heavy. It's becoming more and more difficult for you to keep your eyes open, and at the count of 3, they become very heavy and closed. And 3. Close your eyes and just relax. Now, I'll count from 1 to 3, and with each count, you'll become more and more relaxed. And at the count of 3, you'll be 15 times more relaxed than earlier. 1. Relax. 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 2. More and more. Relax. 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 And at the count of 3, you'll be 15 times more relaxed than earlier. And 3. Relax. 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 Very nice. Now, I want you to think of the last time when you were doing your favorite activity in the world. Just think of the last time when you were doing your favorite activity in the world. What is the setting? Are you indoor, outdoor? What time of the day is it? Who all are present in this moment? What are the kind of sounds you can hear? Is there any aroma associated with this moment? You're doing your favorite activity in the world. You are feeling so happy, so relaxed. You're so much enjoying yourself. You're doing your favorite activity in the world which you enjoy so much. You're feeling so excited. You can continue doing this activity for as long as possible. You're so much enjoying yourself. You're doing your favorite activity. Just be in this moment for some time. Very nice. Now, I want you to think of the last time when you were trying to do some boring but important activity like investing in yourself, like reading a book, an article, taking up a course, listening to a podcast or something else. Just think of the last time when you were trying to invest in yourself. What is the setting? Are you indoor, outdoor? If you are indoor, what is the setting? The furniture, the paint on the walls, the chair which you are sitting in, the table on which you are trying to do this activity, the light all around you. Are there any sounds you can hear? Put your entire focus in this moment. You are trying to do a boring task, but which is very important, and you are feeling bored. Just be in this moment. Now come back to the moment when you are doing your favorite activity in the world. You're feeling so excited, so enthusiastic. One more time, go back to the moment when you're doing a boring but important activity. Again, come back to the moment when you're doing your favorite activity. go back to the moment of doing boring activity. Favorite activity. Boring activity. Favorite activity. Boring activity. Favorite. Boring. Favorite. You're feeling so excited. Now, I want you to imagine that there is a table in front of you, and on that table there is a bowl, and in that bowl there is a green color divine tablet. Anyone who has this tablet, the ability of that person to start enjoying important, even though earlier boring task, the ability of that person to start enjoying important tasks, the ability will increase exponentially. Now, when I'll ask you, you'll very slowly raise your right hand, very slowly you'll bring it to the bowl, very slowly you'll pick up the tablet, very slowly you'll raise your hand to your mouth, open your mouth, put the tablet inside, close your mouth and put your hand back and have this green colored divine tablet. Now raise your right hand very slowly, very slowly, very slowly raise your right hand, bring it to the tablet, very slowly pick up the tablet, very slowly bring your hand to your mouth, very slowly open your mouth, keep the tablet inside, close your mouth, put your hand back and have this green color divine tablet. And as you are having this green color divine tablet, this tablet has started having its effect on you, your body has started turning green, and your ability to start enjoying difficult tasks, boring tasks, your ability is increasing more and more. Now, I'll count from 1 to 3, and with each count, this tablet will have more and more its effect on you. Your body will turn more and more green, and your ability to start enjoying difficult or boring tasks which are important, your ability will start increasing. At the count of 3, it will increase exponentially. 1, your body is turning more and more green. This tablet is having more and more its effect on you, and your ability to start enjoying important, even though difficult task, boring task, your ability is increasing more and more. 2, your body is turning all the more green, and at the count of 3, it will turn totally green, and your ability to start enjoying boring tasks, important but boring tasks, will increase exponentially. And 3, your body has turned totally green. This tablet has its full effect on you, and your ability to start enjoying important, even the boring task, your ability has increased exponentially. Now I'll count from 1 to 3, and with each count, you'll start coming back to your normal state. And at the count of 3, you'll come back to your normal state and open your eyes. 1, focus on your breathing. 2, breathe in, breathe out. And 3, open your eyes. Welcome back. So how was the session, friends? So let me ask you, the first time when I asked you to think of you doing the boring activity, just think of the first time when I asked you to imagine that you are doing that boring but important activity. Compare it to the last time when I asked you to think of the same activity. How many of us experienced some change? How many of us found that the dislike, that boringness had gone down? How many of us experienced that? Yes? So this is called switch technique in NLP. So see, the technique is very simple. I have the video of this technique on my YouTube channel. If you type Amit Garg Kushalta, you will be able to find it out. So this technique is very simple. What we have to do is, the positive chemicals our brain releases when we are doing something that we like, we have to associate those chemicals with a boring task, important but boring task. So we go to the alpha level. Going to the alpha level is very simple. You take a few deep breaths and just look at one point on the ceiling. Our eyes are connected to our prefrontal cortex, to our logical brain. So as our eyes tire, our prefrontal cortex also starts getting tired, and we start going into the alpha level. Our logical brain starts shutting down, and then we think of something that we enjoy, and then we think of something, or after a few seconds, we think of something that we want to start liking, that we want to, which is important but we don't like. It could be an administrative task, it could be investing in ourselves, or it could be anything. Yes. So such as, how much time does the entire technique take? Entire technique took 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Yes. And it is so powerful. And 1 week later, I'll ask you for a feedback. So then, 70% of us, 60% to 70% of us would find that change, and they start liking this. Any questions, any queries, you can type it in the chat box. I can try answering that, or we can start working on the mobile activity. Any question? Do we start working on how to reduce mobile addiction? Any question about the science, or do we start? All right. So now you want to learn how to reduce the mobile addiction, or how to stop, how to stop doing any. Name of the technique is switch technique. I'll type it down. Switch technique in NLP. But it's very simple technique. Switch technique is think of good thing and then bad thing. Now, if I want to reduce the mobile addiction, if I want to stop using mobile, again, what does my brain do when I use mobile? It releases positive chemicals. We have discussed that, yes. So how do I convert these positive chemicals into negative chemicals, into stress chemicals? So in this how to remove mobile, again, I'll do the same thing. First, I'll ask you to imagine that you're face to face with something that you intensely dislike, that you abhor. I will not use the word hate because hate is a very powerful word, but just as close to hate as possible. Yeah, I'll ask you to think of something that you intensely dislike. It could be a dish. Some people dislike Karela, some people dislike Bagan, some people dislike some other dish. So you can think of that dish, or you can think of a situation, or you can think of an embarrassing situation, or you can some other situation, or you can think of a person whom you dislike, or any other thing. So when you think of that thing, that dish, that person, that situation that you dislike, your brain will start releasing cortisol, the stress chemical. And then I'll ask you to think of the last time when you were using mobile at night. It was past your bedtime and you were using mobile. So your brain will start associating the stress chemical cortisol with usage of mobile at night. Yes? Am I making sense, friends? Yes? So now let's do it. And after this activity, I'll give you a sample of theta level programming also. So let's do this activity. Let me share my screen so that I can play some music. All right. So again, the science is very simple. I'll ask you to focus on your breathing, and then I'll ask you to imagine that a very relaxing white light is entering your body through your toes. And then I'll ask you to relax. And then I'll ask you to think of the last time when you were face to face with something that you dislike. And then I'll ask you to think of the last time when you were using mobile at night. Yes? So sit with your neck and back straight, both feet on the ground. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. One more time, take a deep breath in and hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, and 3. And release and just relax. Put your entire focus on your breathing. Keep taking deep, slow breaths in and keep taking deep, slow breaths out. Notice how breath is slowly and slowly coming inside your nostrils and how slowly and slowly it's coming out. With each outgoing breath, allow yourself to be more and more relaxed. Just relax, relax, relax. Very nice. Now, just imagine that with each outgoing breath, your body has started dropping down on the chair, and you also allowed your body to start dropping down as if you have no control over your body. And with each outgoing breath, your body is more and more, furthermore, dropping down on the chair. Now, I'll count from 1, 2, 3, and with each count, your body will drop down further. At the count of 3, it will totally drop down like a deflated balloon with no air inside. 1. Your body is more and more dropping down on the chair, and you also allowed your body to start dropping down as if you have no control over your body. 2. Your body is furthermore dropping down on the chair, and at the count of 3, it will totally drop down like a deflated balloon with no air inside. And 3. Your body is totally dropped down, has totally dropped down like a deflated balloon with no air inside. Very nice. Now, I want you to bring your attention to your toes and just imagine that a very relaxing white light is entering your body through your toes. Imagine this white light is coming inside your body through your toes. From your toes, it's now coming inside. To your soles of your feet, now coming up to your ankles. From your ankles, this relaxing white light is now coming up to your lower calf muscles, middle calf muscles, upper calf muscles, to your knees. Below the knees, your entire body is covered with this relaxing white light as if made of white smoke. And from your knees, this white light is now coming up to your lower thighs, middle thighs, upper thighs, coming up to your tailbone, coming up to your lower tummy, to your navel. Your entire body below the navel is covered with this relaxing white light as if made of white smoke. And from your navel, this white light is now coming up to your tummy, upper tummy to your lower lungs, middle lungs, upper lungs, coming up to your shoulders, going down your arms, elbows, wrist, fingers. Bring your attention back to your shoulders and see your entire body below the shoulders covered with this relaxing white light. And from your shoulders, this white light is now coming up to your neck, chin, lips, cheeks, eyes, forehead, head. Head to toes, toes to head, your entire body is covered with this relaxing white light, as if made of white smoke. Now I'll count from 1 to 3, and with each count, your body will become, you will become more and more relaxed. And at the count of 3, you'll be 20 times more relaxed than now. 1, relax, relax, relax. Very nice. 2, more and more. Relax, relax, relax. And at the count of 3, you'll be 20 times more relaxed than earlier. And 3, relax, relax, relax. Very nice. Now, I want you to think of the last time when you were face to face with something that you intensely disliked. It could be a dish, it could be a person, it could be a situation, or it could be something else. Just think of the last time when you were face to face with something you intensely disliked. What is the setting? Are you indoor, outdoor? What time of the day is it? What is the kind of light all around you? The sounds you can hear. Put your entire focus in this moment. Are you alone? Are there other people? Put your entire focus in this moment. You're face to face with something you dislike intensely, which you abhor. Just be in this moment. How do you feel? You're feeling so bad. Now, I want you to think of the last time when you were using mobile at night. It was time past your bedtime, you are going to sleep, but you were watching mobile and you were not going to sleep. Just think of the last time when you were doing this. Think of your bedroom, where you sleep, the setting, the furniture, the paint on the walls, the light at this moment around you. What are the kind of sounds you can hear? Put your entire focus in this moment. It's past your bedtime, but you are watching mobile. You are not going to sleep. Just be in this moment. Again, come back to the moment of dislike, something which you intensely dislike. One more time, come back to the moment when you are, last time when you were using mobile at night. Again, back to the moment of dislike. Go back to the moment of mobile. Come back to the moment of dislike. Mobile. Dislike. Mobile. Dislike. Mobile. Dislike. Mobile. Now, I want you to think that your favorite god or deity or grandparent is up there in the sky. Your favorite god or deity or grandparent is up there in the sky and they are blessing you. The right hand is raised in the shape of giving blessings, and these blessings are coming towards you in the shape of white light. This white light, the blessings of your favorite god or deity or grandparent, is coming closer and closer and is now hovering over the top of your head and is now coming inside your body through your head, from your head to your forehead, from your forehead to your eyes, going down to your cheeks, lips, chin, neck, shoulders, going down your arms, elbows, wrist, fingers, and from your neck, shoulders, this white light, and wherever this white light is touching your body is becoming more relaxed and disciplined. Each cell is becoming more disciplined. And from your shoulders, this white light, blessings of your favorite god, deity, grandparent, is coming down to your chest, tummy, and now going down your legs, thighs, knees, ankles, toes, toes to head, head to toes. Your body is covered with this white light, blessings of your favorite god, deity, grandparent, and your body has become totally disciplined. Each cell of your body has become disciplined. Now, next time, whenever you find yourself wasting time on mobile, you'll close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and while releasing the breath, you'll think of your favorite god or deity, your grandparent blessing you. And you'll immediately imagine, you'll feel that your body has got covered with this white light and become disciplined, and immediately you'll start disliking using mobile. Now take a deep breath in, and while releasing the breath, think of your favorite god, deity, grandparent blessing you and your body covering with this white light, disciplined white light. Very nice. Now I'll count from 1 to 3, and with each count you'll start coming back to your normal state, and at the count of 3 you'll come back to your normal state and open your eyes. 1, focus on your breathing. 2, breathe in, breathe out. And 3, open your eyes. Welcome back. So how was the session, friends? The first time when I asked you to think of the moment when you were using mobile, compare it to the last time when I asked you to imagine that moment. Was there any dislike which has started happening? Right? Yes, if it happened, if you started disliking. Yes. So technique is very simple. See, whatever we want to stop, see all the top achievers, you name any top achiever, Virat Kohli, Sachin Tendulkar, Shubman Gill, all these Amitabh Bachchan, all these top achievers, CEOs, all these top achievers, they use these kind of mind techniques to rewire their brain, to stop doing things which are time wasting, which are bad for their career, and to start doing things which are boring or which they don't like, but which are important. See, how do these people work for 12, 14 hours? They are able to do net practice or gymming for 2, 3 hours. This is how they rewire their brain. So now we have to do one theta level activity again. But before I do that, let me take some feedback of this session so far. So, and then I'll go for that theta level brain activity. Theta level is even faster on how we can. So this is the you can scan the QR code, or I'll type the link in the chat box. You can click on the link and give me the feedback. So either scan the QR code using your mobile or use the link. See, your feedback is what will help us improve. So it is very important for us to take your feedback. And then after the feedback, I'll do the theta level of brain activity, which is even more powerful than the alpha level. So within a couple of minutes, once I share this feedback link, so humble request, please either click on the link or scan the QR code with your mobile and give me your valuable feedback, because this feedback will help me improve. Please humble request to either click on the link, I'm uploading the link, or scan the QR code with your mobile. It will take, so there are only objective type questions. It's a Google form, only objective type questions. You have to just, give the rating on what do you like, what you didn't like. And then we'll do the theta level of brain activity, which is even more powerful than the alpha level. So we'll again work on how to improve our focus, concentration, and how to reduce mobile usage at different times. After this feedback, very shortly, we'll start working on the theta level. And in the meantime, people who have finished the feedback, So I also invite you to join our Kushalta newsletter, teacher community. Here we regularly share our newsletters, teaching tools, and tech and AI tools. So this is the mobile number. You can take down the mobile number. I'll also type it down in the chat box, and you can send a hi message on this mobile number. So we'll make you join the community, where we'll keep on sending these newsletters about the various innovations, mind techniques that we keep on sharing with other teachers. So you can get a and in the newsletter we invite teachers to share their experiences, and various teachers, principals, they share their experiences, how they've handled challenges, various challenges related to work, related to personal life, and what are the new techniques and tools which are used by teachers to help students to become better, to improve productivity in their personal and professional life. So all this we share in the newsletter, and plus other things. So just take down this mobile number, and you can send a hi message on WhatsApp, and we'll have you join this. So please request you to please give the feedback, and if you are interested in joining our community, Kushalta teacher community, you can do that. So I'll keep it in the chat box. And now let's work on the last activity for the day, which is the theta level brain activity. Like I shared here. So this is the feedback. I'll play this feedback. So theta level, like I shared, the theta level is even deeper than the alpha level. So what I'll do is I'll stretch the relaxation activity from 3-4 minutes to 7-8 minutes, so that you relax further. Your mind, the number of thoughts in your brain goes down even further. And as a result, you are able to rewire your brain even faster and even better. Yes. So before we do that, again, one request, could I take a snap? Could I request everybody to switch on your camera, and can I take a screenshot? Could I request everybody to please switch on your camera so that I can take a screenshot, and just give me a thumbs up sign, a thumbs up sign. Thank you. The next sheet. Yes, just allow me to take these snaps. Thank you. Next sheet. Thank you. So nice of you. It has been a pleasure working with you people. Thank you. Just let me take a few more snaps. All right. All right. So now let's work on the theta level of brain activity. Just 1 second. Yes. So in this activity, I'll ask you to focus on your breathing, and then I'll ask you to relax yourself. See, how many of us have heard of or tried tried the Yog Nidra? How many of us have tried Yog Nidra? Have you tried Yog Nidra? Shavasana or Yog Nidra? Yes or no? Have you tried Yog Nidra or Shavasana? So we have tried. So what do they do in Yog Nidra? See, theta level is when we are in the sleep state. So how do we go to the sleep state? By Shavasana or Yog Nidra. So they ask us to relax each of our muscles, which is called progressive muscle relaxation. We have experienced that, yes? So gradually, as we relax each of our muscles, we start going into the theta level of brain state. And once we go into the theta level, I'll teach you on techniques on how to rewire our brain that time. So let me share my screen, and I'll again, in case somebody is yet to give the feedback, I'll again mention it in the chat box, and then I'll start the theta level activity. Yes. So I have done that. All right. So sit with your neck and back straight, both feet on the ground, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in and out. One more time, take a deep breath in and hold it for 3 seconds. Keep your eyes closed. 1, 2, and 3. And release, and just relax. 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 Put your entire focus on your breathing. Keep taking deep, slow breaths in. Keep taking deep, slow breaths out. As your breathing is becoming slower, your mind is also becoming quieter. And as your mind is becoming quieter, you're becoming more and more relaxed. And as you are becoming more and more relaxed, your breathing is becoming slower and slower. Allow yourself to be fully relaxed, head to toes, toes to head. Just relax, relax, relax. Very nice. Head to toes, toes to head. Just relax, relax, relax. Now, I want you to think of the last time when you were fully relaxed. Maybe you were out on a vacation, or you were spending time with family, or you were enjoying with friends, or you were doing something else, playing with kids, or doing something else. Just think of the last time when you were fully relaxed. What is the setting? Are you indoor, outdoor? What time of the day is it? Who all are present with you in this moment? What are the kind of sounds you can hear? Is there any aroma associated with this moment? Put your entire focus in this moment. You're feeling so happy, so relaxed. You're so much enjoying yourself. You're fully happy, fully relaxed, fully enjoying yourself. Very nice. Now, I want you to use your imagination and spread this feeling of relaxation throughout your body to each of your body parts as I name them. Bring your attention to your head and forehead. Allow your head and forehead to be relaxed. Just relax, relax, relax. Let your eyes be relaxed. Relax, relax, relax. Let this relaxation come down to your cheeks. Let all the cheeks be relaxed. Relax, relax, relax. And now allow your lips and chin to be fully relaxed. Just relax, relax, relax. As each of your body parts is becoming relaxed, your body is becoming loose and heavy, your head has started dropping forward, and your mind is becoming quieter. Let this heaviness, this relaxation come down to your neck. Let your neck be relaxed. Just relax, relax, relax. From your neck, let this heaviness, this relaxation come down to your shoulders. Let your shoulders be relaxed. Relax, relax, relax. And now notice how this heaviness, this looseness is coming down to your left arm. Fingers to elbow, elbow to fingers. Let your left arm be relaxed. Just relax, relax, relax. From your elbows, notice this heaviness, this looseness come up to your shoulder, shoulder to fingers, fingers to shoulder. Let your entire left arm become fully loose, heavy, and relaxed. And just relax, relax, relax. Passing through your shoulders, let this heaviness, this relaxation come down to your right arm. Fingers to elbow, elbow to fingers. Let your right arm be relaxed. Just relax, relax, relax. From your elbow, allow this relaxation to come up to your shoulder, shoulder to fingers, fingers to shoulder. Let your entire right arm become fully loose, heavy, and relaxed. And just relax, relax, relax. Bring your attention back to your shoulders and see how this heaviness, this looseness is coming down to your chest and tummy. Let all the muscles of your chest and tummy become fully loose, heavy, and relaxed. And just relax, relax, relax. Allow this relaxation to come down to your left leg, toes to knee, knee to toes. Let your left leg be relaxed. Just relax, relax, relax. From your knee, allow this relaxation, this heaviness to come up to your thigh, thigh to toes, toes to thigh. Let your entire left leg become fully loose, heavy, and relaxed. And just relax, relax, relax. Let this relaxation, this looseness come down to your right leg, toes to knee, knee to toes. Let your right leg be relaxed. Just relax, relax, relax. From your knee, notice this heaviness come up to your thigh, thigh to toes, toes to thigh. Let your entire right leg become fully loose, heavy, and relaxed. Just relax, relax, relax. Head to toes, toes to head. Allow your body to become fully loose, heavy, and relaxed. Just relax, relax, relax. Very nice. Now, I'll count from 10 to 1, and with each count, you'll become more and more relaxed. And at the count of 1, you'll be 35 times more relaxed than now. 10, Relax, relax, relax. Very nice. 9. Complete relaxation. Allow yourself to be fully relaxed. 8. Deeper and deeper and deeper relaxation. 7. Next time, when I say relax 3 times, you'll be 10 times more relaxed. 6. Relax, relax, relax. 5. From the count of 4 to 1, with each count, you'll allow yourself to be doubly relaxed. 4. Relax, relax, relax. 3. Deeper and deeper and deeper relaxation. 2. Fully relax. Allow yourself to be fully relaxed. And at the count of 1, you'll be 35 times more relaxed than earlier. And 1. Relax, relax, relax. Very nice. You are a divine soul. There is a larger purpose for you being here on this world. And day by day, by imbibing better and better habits, you are coming closer and closer to achieve your larger purpose in life. You know, the only difference between top achievers and everybody else is good habits. Your ability to imbibe good habits is getting better and better day by day. You are aware of all the mind techniques used by the top achievers to improve their focus, concentration, and remove distractions like mobile. And your ability to improve your focus and reduce your distractions like mobile, your ability is getting better and better day by day. You know you are fully capable of reaching the top because you are as good as anybody. Because the Almighty has made, the universe has made everybody equal, different but equal. And the only difference of good habits, you are imbibing better and better habits, and you are getting better day by day. You love handling challenges. You know that the fastest way to improve is to take up challenges, because when we take up challenges, we have to learn, we have to invest in ourselves, learn new skills to beat that challenge. And this very act of learning new skills, of improving oneself, of investing in ourselves, makes us a better human being, a better performer, and takes us to achieve our larger purpose in life better. And with each passing day, you're becoming a better and better version of yourself. You wake up early because you go to sleep on time. When it's time to go to sleep, you lie down in bed, you close your eyes, and you count from 20 to 1. And with each count, you take a deep breath in, and while releasing the breath, you say relax 3 times in your mind. And very soon, you are able to go into a deep and satisfying sleep. Now, I want you to take a deep breath. And while releasing the breath, say relax 3 times in your mind. Very nice. Once again, take a deep breath in. And while releasing the breath, say relax 3 times in your mind. Very nice. Similarly, when you lie down to sleep, you close your eyes, take a deep breath in, count from 20 to 1, and with each count, you say relax 3. With each count, you take a deep breath in, and while releasing the breath, you say relax 3 times in your mind. And very soon, you're able to go into a deep and satisfying sleep. And because you go to sleep on time, because your ability to avoid mobile at night has started increasing more and more, your ability to go to sleep on time has increased. You wake up early and you spend some time in either exercise or meditation or planning your work. And as a result, your ability to achieve your goals is getting better and better with each passing day. And day by day, you are coming closer to achieve your larger purpose in life. Next time, whenever you see yourself getting distracted by things like mobile, you close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and while releasing the breath, you think of your favorite god or deity or grandparent, and you start disliking using mobile. Similarly, when you're getting bored, when you are doing a difficult task, a boring task which is important, you close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and while releasing the breath, you just imagine having that green tablet, and immediately your focus and concentration improves. Very nice. Now I'll count from 1 to 5, and with each count, you'll start coming back to your normal state. And at the count of 5, you'll come back to your normal state and open your eyes. 1, focus on your breathing. 2, breathe in, breathe out. 3, next time when I say relax 3 times, like relax, 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 you'll immediately start coming into this relaxed state of mind. 4, when you open your eyes, there will be a big smile on your face. And 5, open your eyes. Welcome back. Smile, smile. Just stretch yourself a little bit. It was a slightly longer session. All right, friends. So we come to the end of our session. How was the session? The last session, theta level activity. Did you experience the number of thoughts going down even further? Yes. Thank you. Saloni, do we anything you want to share?
Question, am I audible now?
Yeah, it's better. Now we can hear you.
Okay, so I was asking, and I think the question will resonate with all the teachers, that how can these techniques be used in the classroom? Because that's what their aim always is, to stop students from, being stuck to the mobile all the time.
Okay, so see, so you can try meditation. I'll suggest that you start using these meditation activities. It takes only 3-4 minutes. So maybe once a week, start doing meditation to the students. So ask them to focus on your breathing. Ask them to take few deep breaths in. Ask them to open their eyes, look at one point on the ceiling, and then just ask them to relax. Then ask them to think of something that they enjoy doing, like playing a video game. And then ask them to think of the moment when they are studying a difficult subject which they don't like, for example. So my point is, just by relaxing them, just by making them relax, even if we don't do the second part of swish activity, just by making them relax, they'll get better. Otherwise, see, it's how to change kids. It requires a lot of patience. See, teacher's job is one of the most difficult jobs because I take workshops, no? So nowadays, even grown-ups they throw so many tantrums. It's very difficult to control even grown-ups. I can imagine how difficult it must be to control kids. So, but what we can do is we can use these mind techniques to become more patient, to be more patient with students. So sometimes what happens is we start getting irritated, and we start, we behave emotionally with these students. So instead of doing that, we can use these mind techniques to become more relaxed. Whenever students are throwing tantrums or they are not listening, just be patient. And gradually, as we are patient and we build that kind of a trust or relationship, and gradually this is the way. I mean, see, what I'm trying to say is that there is no simple way, there is no quick fix on how we can use these techniques to make these students change their behavior. It will take a lot of time, but this is the way. We can only change. There is only one person in the world we can change, which is ourselves. So we have to become more patient. We have to become more empathetic. And, this is the way out. I don't know if I'm able to answer your question properly, Saloni.
No, bang on. We agree that, it's a long process. Nothing can be achieved in one day, because addictions are really difficult to let go of. And it's a long road that teachers and parents will collectively have to, take. I understand that. So since the time is up, and probably all of them might have a lot of questions, I would request all of you to please leave your questions with us on the WhatsApp messages that you received.
Can I share the feedback?
Maybe on the email.
Saloni, can I share the feedback which I have received?
Sir, we have already shared the link, so that also include the feedback. Otherwise, it will create a little of confusion, because that will also allow them to download the certificate.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Right. Okay.
So I was saying, that's okay. Sure, no problem. Perfect. Go on.
I'll share the feedback with you. Whatever we have received, I'll share the entire information with you.
Sure.
So before we wrap up, a big thank you to our wonderful speaker for such enriching insights, and to all the educators who have joined us today. Your presence, your questions, and your passion for learning truly uplifted this space. And let's continue to build classrooms that ignite curiosity, embrace innovation, and empower every learner Thank you once again, and we look forward to seeing you at our next session, which will be in August. So thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Amit sir.
Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Saloni.
We'll be
Thank
ending
you,
the
Gold.
session. Thank you so much. We'll be ending the session now. Thank you.
Bye-bye.